Okay, so Freight Train is number 12 on my top 60 fingerpicking songs to learn of all time list. If you haven't checked out that list, make sure you do. There's a link in the description, and we're working our way through learning every song, one song each week. So if that sounds like something you're going to enjoy, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of these great songs that we're going through. So there's a lot of versions of this online, and it is a real standard. It's an absolute classic. It's kind of a must-know song for fingerpickers. But I thought it would be nice to do a slightly simplified version of it. It's not too tricky because the original is quite complicated. So I've stripped it back a little bit, and it's a bit more straightforward, just a little bit. But anyway, let's get stuck into it. So you've got, it's just a C chord, and then it goes to a G chord. There's an E chord in there, and there's an F chord. Okay, so G, E, and F, and really nice changes. Really, it's a great little song. So on the C chord here, the bass, instead of doing the typical, that kind of thing with the bass here, we're just using our thumb constantly on the beat, playing 1, 2, 3, 4 on the root note, but it's alternating between our first finger playing the G, so like this. So a bit more straightforward there than this kind of thing going on. Okay, so you get this. So your melody line, you've got going on over that. So that's the 3rd fret of the high E string, and then open E, 3rd fret of the B string, 1st fret of the B string. So with this going on top of that, so da 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 da. So you have to play. The rule really applies for this one, that your thumb plays the E string, the A string and the D string, first finger plays the G string, second finger plays the B, then your third finger plays the high E string, so that happens throughout. So bearing that in mind, play the A and the E string together whilst holding down the 3rd fret of the high E string, then always to G, take your little finger off, back to G, so okay, and then 3rd fret of the B string, back to G, and then take that off, 1st fret will already be in place. So make sure you're following along with the tab. There's a tab on my website for this, and it'll be directly underneath the video. So you have the video, and then you can watch the tab underneath it. It helps a lot. So once more, nice and slow. And then after that you can move on to a G, and I think it's important to play your G in this case with your 3rd finger and your 4th finger, like this on the 3rd fret of the E, 2 E strings. So here, play the E and the B together, back to the G of course, so, and then play the 2 E's. And then this is kind of tricky, you play the G and then the 1st fret on the high E string together. So, sorry. Okay. And then E, G, E, G. Okay, thumb 1, thumb 1. So that's the first 2 bars. Let me play them again for you slowly. Stay on G, put your little finger on. Play the 2 E's on the 3rd fret, little finger on the 3rd fret. So the 2 E's, G, then 1st fret on the high E string, 2 E's, and then the G again, so that's. And then open, take your 1st finger off on the high E. And then your little finger goes on the 3rd fret of the B string. Play that with the G. G note, I meant the E string, and then the G again, so that's. Okay, so just the melody there is, and that's on top of constantly going E string, G string, E string, G string, back to C. So here, holding down the C chord, I play the A and the B string together, back to G of course, and then little finger goes on the high E string 3rd fret, and then you take it off, and then with your 1st and your 3rd finger, you play the G string and the high E string open. So that's kind of the hard part of the song. Really slow. And then you play A, G, and then look, move your 3rd finger down a string to the 3rd fret of the E, G. So that's A, G, drop the finger down, E, G. So just that bar. And then we go to a nice E chord which fits really nicely. But I just use my 1st finger here. That's all I play, and it goes. So the melody is open high E string, 1st fret high E string, open high E string, 3rd fret on the B string, 1st finger here, and again we're alternating thumb, G string. That just keeps going. So we play the high E string, and then the G, 1st fret, G, take it off, G, and then the 3rd fret of the B, G, okay? And then we go to this nice F chord, again it's a really nice chord change. And here, now we're alternating between the D string and the G string still. So, with the thumb and the 1st finger. And we play the B, B chord holding down the F, G, little finger goes on the 3rd fret of the B. Okay, so that's. And then using our 1st and 2nd finger, we take that pinky off and play the G and the B together. So we get. And then D, G. Okay, so this is probably the hardest bar of the lot, I think. D, G, and then D and the B together. And then put a little finger back on the 3rd fret of the B and play that note. So take that very slowly. And we're nearly at the end. Back to C, and your melody, you've got. Okay, so here, always going back to the G. The A string and the E string, G, and then B string and A string, G. So that's. And then we go to a G chord, keeping your 1st finger on the 1st fret of the B string. You just have to move this finger to the E string, the 3rd finger, and play the E with the B string. Little finger goes on the 3rd fret of the B string. So you've gone. And then back to C. Okay, so once more. And then this last bar. We play the A and the B string together on the C. And then quickly we play 1 and so it's D, G. Play the bass note, but we move to G this time, the E string. Back to the G string. And then the C. You can just play the A and the B, or the A, the G and the B together. Okay, and then that's it. Oops, sorry. Okay. That is how you play Freight Train by Elizabeth Cotten. As I say, if you want the tab for it, it's on the website. There's a link below. I really hope that you enjoyed the lesson. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, share with your friends, leave me a comment if you have any questions at all, and subscribe for more fingerpicking songs and fingerpicking lessons. And if you're interested in taking Skype lessons with me, I do offer that service. Again, there's a link in the description which will take you through to my site. You can book up some lessons there and we can really start working on your playing. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.